Disco X on the line, just as I suspected. No one really gets over me. I'm unaffected. Why would you try to ever put me second? You're just another groupie to me. No, I'm out here single, and I need some real. Now I got standards, if I fuck I fail. I'm out here single, tell me what's the deal. Now I got standards, give a fuck I fail.
What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Excited to have you with us right here on the All-Stars team. No broke boys, so no broke boys. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Excited to have you guys with us. Welcome to the Betting News Network. That's just Sook. My name is Sweatpants Jesus. Stoked to have you guys here for the All-Sauce team. We are missing our third horseman one more day. We will have Vsauce back with us in the house on Sunday, actually, for Gridiron Gang. What's up, Razi, my guy? How we doing? Excited to have you here. Thanks for stopping by and kicking it right here on the Betting News Network. Sook, I know you texted me this. We're feeling hype right now. Huh?
Oh, so hype. I fucking love this song.
Right? It's been popping up on my popping on my TikTok, and I was like, it's got to be a part of our vibes right here on the network. Owen, obviously, your vibes will never go away. They are around, and they will be brought up. We'll probably have them more rotational. They were the summer vibes, and now we're going to be rotating them as we get into the busy season. But thanks for stopping by and kicking it right here on the network. Brought to you by our sponsors at Bet Online. You guys can bet a little bit of everything in the football world right here with this QR code. College football, huge day tomorrow. There's some college football tonight. We are not going to be talking college football here on this show, but the guys did earlier today on Up Your Units. They'll be talking about it, myself included as well, at Betspresso. You've never heard this, Owen? Oh, dude, let's go.
Crazy.
Let's go.
When SPJ was in Calgary, we talked about this. We were like, for some reason, dude, the songs from the female perspective sometimes just bang harder.
Especially right now, like the girl, like EDM techno-y songs just go so hard. I don't know what it is about the timbre of the voice. It probably has something to do with their like the octave where they're singing and stuff. But yeah, it slaps. But it's popped up on my TikTok a shit ton, and I don't even. It's called No Broke Boys. I know, shocking, chat. But go give it a listen. We got a big show today for you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm excited to have V back, man. I know it's been fun hanging out with you. We've had some fill-ins, and V will be back with us. We obviously saw V, but V will be back with us. He's traveling home today. He'll be back with us on Sunday because first Gridiron Gang of the season, chat, on Sunday. We are ready, and vibes are high. Football. We will have the first episode of Gridiron Gang on Sunday, and then we will have it every single Sunday at 10:30 Eastern. 10:30 Eastern for the entire season to get you guys ready to rock and roll into the slate on Sunday. So stick around. We'll catch V on Sunday. But Sook and I are going to go through everything today. We're going to talk a little bit about the move with Micah Parsons yesterday going to the Packers. We talked about it on some shows yesterday, but we got some other things to kind of gab about in that regard. Sook's got a new game for the kids that we're going to play today. Eurobasket has been going on. We got a couple things to discuss in there. Sook's got some bets for you guys as well if you want to tap in with some Eurobasket fun. WNBA vibes are also rocking and rolling. 2 games tonight. Huge WNBA games as the playoffs are right around the corner. Sook. We'll also be featuring our new friends at RITHMM. I got the RITHMM play of the day. And chat, I'm betting a side today. It's actually a prop. It's not a player prop. I'm betting something a little different with our friends at RITHMM. So stick around for that. And at the end of the show, I know. You don't even know what it is. And then at the end of the show, we will be doing a duck race to establish our second chat league's draft order for their fantasy league, which has been filled, that we'll be drafting later this weekend. And then to round it all off, to cap everything off, we will be doing a giveaway of this right here. Football hat. Football. We will be giving away that bad boy to one of you beauties in the chat. So if you're watching us on Twitch, if you're watching us on X, if you're watching us on YouTube, wherever you are consuming this content, we appreciate you guys sticking around. But you've got to be with us on Twitch, twitch.tv/betting news to win. That's all you got to do. What up, Patch? How we doing, big dog? Lots of housekeeping. There's going to be a lot more housekeeping moving forward, too. Channel's growing a lot. We've got a lot more stuff moving forward. Football is about to get rolling. We're adding 3 new shows, chat, which all drop next week. One of them drops tomorrow. Sneak peek. We have a new show tomorrow. So set your alarms. Yeah, bright and early. Get ready to rock and roll. We got a new show for you guys tomorrow. We've got a new show talking football that starts next week. And then we'll have another new show that will be rocking and rolling as well moving forward. So we got a lot more content right here on the channel. If you like kicking it with us at Betting News, we will have a lot more stuff.
We got another green glasses goblin on the squad. Excited to meet him and spend some time with him on stream as me, him, and V act up a lot. But we'll talk about the Celtics in a little bit here when we get to the game.
Yeah. It's funny because he is as much of a green goblin as you guys are. But it'll be interesting. I'll be surrounded even more by green goblins, just in different areas of this channel. Oh, green gobbies can't get rid of us. What up, Austin? Austin's not here. What's up, Ma? What's up, Padge? How we doing? Ma. I love when Ma taps back in. See, Ma takes the break from baseball. He's also been very busy with some of his other stuff, but he takes the break and then he comes back and he gets involved for the vibes, which we love to see. Yeah, exactly, Ma. Exactly. Well, man, before we jump into it, how are you? How's it going? What's going on?
Oh, I'm good. If you can't tell by my voice, I'm absolutely dying. Before V's wedding, I had Kanika's best friend's wedding, and now Kanika's uncle, who's just a year older than me and I went to high school with, is having his engagement party. So I'm hanging on by a thread, and I was telling SPJ the other day, I'm done being brown. It's tiring. It's a lot. I'm so fucking done with it.
Oh, man. It's funny because you're the only person that can say that in reality. But yeah, it's weird. This is the second time you and I have now seen each other on screen, and it's so funky. Chad, I don't know if any of you guys recognize this, but if you have friends that you've only met once or twice, or maybe you've never met them at all, and you hang out with them or talk with them on the internet a lot, whether you work remotely or you play video games or you talk online or whatever, even if it's all of them. It's so interesting when you end up meeting up in person, because most of the time it ends up being like nothing has changed. It's just like you're in person. And so but then when you go back to being like this, like I feel like you're sitting right next to me, but you're very far away. So it's it's one of those deals. But
now you just made me sad that you're not here.
I know. Me too.
Well done. All right, let's get into the show, man.
Into the show. I'll see you soon. That's all that matters. Chicago's gonna go crazy. Chat. More information. A lot of you guys already know about Chicago. If you want to come and hang out with us and meet up with us in Chicago, we will be in Chicago from the 9th to the 13th of October. A lot of you guys have already told us that you're going to make the trip. We're going to have a lot of fun stuff. We're going to do some giveaways. We're going to do some live meet and greets. We're going to do some sweating out of some bets. We're going to be watching.
Do some drinking.
We're going to do a lot of drinking. We're going to be having some fun. So if you want to come and kick it with us, come and hang out with us in Chicago, October 9th through the 13th. All right. I think that's enough gabbing and, catching up and all that jazz. You got a heart out, so we got to get into it. Let's jump into Micah Parsons yesterday. Micah Parsons, as you guys know, unless you've been living under a rock, got traded yesterday from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers, the other green that we're going to have to sweat through and deal with over the next 3 months of V being incredibly green.
What's Andy's football affiliation fandom?
I think he's a Patriots fan.
Oh,
it's Adam, not Andy.
Adam. Sorry, my bad.
Close. It's okay. You didn't say it to me. Or you didn't say it to him. You said it to me. I'll bring this up. We talked about this yesterday, but here you go, guys. 4 years, $188 million contract for Micah Parsons, $120 million guaranteed, which is making him the highest non-quarterback player currently from guaranteed money perspective in NFL history. It also came out post-show when we were kind of breaking this down more, that the Packers traded their Pro Bowl defensive tackle. They also traded 2 first-round picks next seasons and the following seasons, and that's it. That was it for Micah Parsons.
I mean, in the NFL, the first-round pick is pretty valuable. Okay,
so now I know you posted about this. We haven't talked about this at all.
Mhm.
So I want to get your honest reaction about this. Is Jerry Jones crazy? Is he senile? Has he lost it? Or is he playing chess here and we're all just playing some weird checkers? Because I was listening to the statements that he was saying. You posted some funny stuff on the timeline. A lot of people did. I I don't see the division here. And I mean, this is coming from a Tennessee Titans fan who watched John Robinson trade A.J. Brown for a first-round pick that ended up being Traylon Burks, which did not work out whatsoever. It's a gamble. You gamble on a blue-chip talent, right? Instead of paying them the money, you go, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not paying you the money. I'm going to just get a bunch of capital, and we're going to just do it again. And maybe I draft a guy that's just as good or better than you.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
My perspective, like since I posted what I posted, the joke about Jerry, it was just a joke. But now, with hindsight, we're sitting here 24 hours away from the trade, and I actually do feel like Jerry Jones is surprisingly always doing what he thinks is best for the Cowboys. Like you just said, this contract is historic. The guaranteed money is insane for a non-QB. But Jerry got 2 first-round picks, gave up a nose tackle, but at the end of the day,
Got a nose tackle, yeah.
Yeah, got a nose tackle, sorry. But at the end of the day, it kind of shows you that like he's not going to handcuff this team. No, if you agree or disagree with his moves, if you think that he's smart or stupid, at the end of the day, I think that this kind of showed that he didn't want to pay Parsons that enormous bag, but he got the Cowboys 2 first-round picks, which 1 first-round pick can change the fortunes of a football franchise. He just got you 2. So now in the next 2 years, you have 4 first-round picks. You could completely change everything that it is to be a Cowboy, but they're also the Cowboys, so they'll still fuck it up.
Do you? Yeah. I love that you're just devil's advocating this situation. Brother, this was a terrible move. This was a terrible move. It does. I saw a good quote from or a good tweet from Peter Schrager saying that the reason why he could do this was because he is the owner and the general manager. He doesn't have a boss telling him that, like, if this doesn't work out, like, you're fired situation, which has happened with other general managers that have made this decision previously, like stuff like this. Like, he doesn't have that, you know? And I think it's terrible, dude. I've tried to figure out. I can see the argument you're making. He does. I don't think that he's trying to fuck up the Dallas Cowboys because he loves the Dallas Cowboys. But this was a terrible decision. You don't trade away a generational talent at 26 years. This is the exact same conversation we had about Luka Doncic. The exact same conversation. Someone in the chat, Uncle Dave, just said, "Are we going to do the whole explain this in NBA terms? You ain't even got to go far. You can stay in the same city." It feels exactly the same to me, man. It does. It feels like this was the wrong move of a franchise not wanting to commit. And Parsons doesn't really have any injury history like Luka does. So there is no major concern from the franchise's perspective. I think it just turned into a pissing match. And I think that Jerry,
that's what I was going to ask you. Once it hit the timeline and it became Jerry Jones quote versus Micah's quote, don't you think that Jerry was like, I ain't getting into a pissing contest with this guy. He gone. It's clear the fan base would choose Micah over me, so I will let Micah go. You think that's what happened?
This was a power struggle, 100%. This was oh man, we don't have time to talk about this on this deep of a level, but this was like I saw a lot of GIFs getting posted from like the movie Django Unchained. This is like, this goes deep. This goes deep. And I think that it goes deep into a lot of areas of maybe a common society too. Also, like, maybe not rich versus poor, because Micah Parsons is not poor, but hierarchy and like trickle down and all that jazz. You know, like this is the whole, like,
we're gonna get into the weeds if we start talking about this.
Yeah, if we can spend the rest of the show having this discussion. But yeah, you think you know what I'm saying. I think chat gets it too. But like, I still can't believe it. I mean, we talked about yesterday what it meant for the Packers and the Cowboys, so we don't have to go too far into that. Go watch the replays if you haven't seen them already. But like, I feel like that Jerry Jones doubled downing on it, and some of the stuff that he was saying was.
Well, did you see?
I was like, brother, put the shovel down. Put it down.
Do you remember
the grave has been dug? Like, you ain't got to keep going. The hole's big enough. Just stop. Just put it down. But he just kept. He just kept going.
Mm-mm.
All right now. Okay. We're just going, okay, all right. We're going to call him Michael. That's fine. His name's Micah.
Not to derail us further, but you remember when I said the Leafs were just the Cowboys of the NHL? And now all this Mitch Marner stuff is coming out that like he got like death threats and everything. It's just like it's insane to see what these big markets, how much it becomes a power struggle. You say the wrong thing, the owner GM is trying to get you out. Even if you're all world and game changing, double teamed on every snap, it doesn't matter. Once the billionaire makes his choice, you're fucked.
I think this is a good point. Yeah. Oh, he already said it. Gerald. This is a good point too. And this is somebody, I can't remember who it was, because lots of good Micah Parsons tweets have come on the timeline over the last couple of days. But that one is very good because if they would have either made the trade or paid him earlier in the offseason program, it would have been cheaper, and they would have been able to actually get probably a better deal because it would not have been late. Because right now, not a lot of teams have a lot of cap space. Not a lot of teams want to part ways with a bunch of first round or second round picks because they're already planning for the season. They're set. They're ready to go. Most of them are finalizing their 53-man rosters at this point.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to find a tango partner at that point. If you have a player of that regard and they missed the boat on actually having a discussion with other teams, which makes me think that Jerry Jones just literally went, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. And just whoever called first Packers I guess Packers had the best offer on the table at that point, and they went, you know what? There we go. We're taking it. It was like high stakes poker, except with Micah Parsons and football teams. Legit, dude. Like there's no other. I can't think of any other. The only way this works out in the Dallas Cowboys' favor is if one of these 2 first-round draft picks turns into Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. But we talked about this yesterday. The thing that makes me most excited is some of these motherfuckers on the D-line are about to go crazy trying to get bags like this. You've set the precedent that now the defensive side of the football is going to get absolutely paid and securing guaranteed money. Guys like Hendrickson on the Bengals, Aiden Hutchinson, who I have for DPOY plus 800. These guys are going to be chasing 20 sacks. Someone's going to try to get 20 sacks for sure this year.
What's the sack record for a season off the top of the dome? Do you know? Is it Strahan? Isn't it Strahan? I want to say Michael Strahan, and I'm going to say 22 sacks off the top of the rip.
Oh, 22 and a half, TJ Watt.
Oh, did TJ? Was that a couple years ago? That had to be
Strahan set the record in 2001, and then he matched it in 2021, 20 years later.
With 22?
2021, and then 2001. You were right. No.
I was right. Okay.
You were right. Strahan set the record 22 and a half in 2001.
Wow. Hey, I know ball a little bit. I actually remember that. As soon as I said that, I remember that as a child, that memory of watching, old Gappy Tooth just run people down for an entire season, just destroying everybody.
Now he's just like a morning talk show host, which is hilarious. It's a sitcom guy.
So weird to see the transition from Michael Strahan's career. Also, I just find it really funny when just ginormous guys who get paid to just be, Sean Beasley knows the vibes. Anyway, we need to finish the show on time, so let's get after it. Yeah, there you go, Antonio. There's no hope. There's no hope for us. Anyway, crazy trade. We're gonna keep breaking it down probably as it continues to trickle down. One more point because of what you said. I think it's really tinfoil hat. Do you think that maybe Trey Hendrickson and his agent had gotten wind possibly that this was going to happen? And that's the reason why he agreed to the 1-year extension with the money instead of signing a long-term extension? Because
colleagues talk, agents talk. I'm sure even if they didn't want it to float around, I'm sure it floated around.
Because like you said, now he can play 30 mil for guaranteed this season is nice, a good chunk of change. But he didn't get a long-term deal. So he's still on a 1-year contract this season. So at least he gets the bag this year. So if he gets hurt or something terrible, which happens in football, then, at least you got your money. But if he goes crazy again, now the market has been reset. I know. Well,
he's going to go crazy.
Well, again, barring injury, which is always the case in football. We'll find out. Anyway, Micah Parsons, honestly, I have not spoken to, or you've seen V, so spare us all, but we'll see him on Sunday, and I can't wait to ask him the question on how he feels about the situation, because I can imagine what his face is going to do when he has to talk about it live with you guys on the show. Okay, crazy. All right, Micah Parsons. Yeah, I know, Gerald. Yeah, that's true, Chris. There you go. I would assume that's maybe that's not super tinfoil. That's just maybe just good business or business thinking in general. That happens a lot in the NFL, though. More and more you get involved in the bit. Do you like the business side of the NFL? Like, I feel like
I love the business side of everything. Like how Cam Johnson is walking around with the Nets and he's like, I'm Tyler Hero. I've had this many 40-point games. I deserve this bag. Yeah. But it's like, my dog, you ain't won shit. You haven't been conducive to winning, and you're just putting your numbers versus somebody else's numbers and trying to get your bag versus his bag. I love this shit.
Were you the type of kid that would rather wasn't there a video game that came out that where you could like just be a general manager? Like there was no playing, you just
the NFL one.
Yeah, did you play that game?
Oh, dude, to this day I play 2K General Manager. I still play it. I
knew it. Chat, let us know if you guys are general managers on your own. Everyone's a couch general manager, just like everyone's a couch quarterback.
We would all be Jerry Jones, bro. We would all be Jerry Jones given the opportunity. We would.
Brother,
the fact that you don't think Jerry Jones means you would be Jerry Jones.
I would hand out my last dollar for dudes that I cared about. You know that?
Yeah, but then the franchise wouldn't run. That's what I'm saying. You're too loving. I'd be too stupid. We'd all be Jerry Jones in our own ways.
We would just be running the, fucking.
I'd give Baker $100 million.
Yeah,
a year.
That's why you have to remove that's why it's such a hard job. That's why they get paid a lot of money, because you get all of us in our podcast rooms talking about it for days on end and calling you stupid regardless of the decision. I mean, again, people are still calling Nico Harrison stupid. Hey, maybe that trade ends up working out if Luka doesn't do anything in LA, and then people will still call him stupid.
We should jump into the game. Speaking of Nico,
let's play the game. Let's get after it.
All right. Let me toss us to the side. It's a little bit, would you rather pick the better bet? I'm going to give you two bets, and I'll go first so you have a time to think. But I'm going to give you two bets, and you're just going to tell me which one would you rather place a full unit on. So let's start here. I know you're going to like, all of these are pretty much tailored to you. So the Boston Celtics, over 42.5 wins, or the Brooklyn Nets, over 20.5 wins, both minus 115 on Bet Online. One full unit. Where are you going? Honestly, me personally, Jordy Fernandez in the Nets, 20.5, 19.5 last year. Why not fucking rock it back? What do you think?
I already have a half unit on the Nets again this year, so I'm on the Nets. I've told you how low I am on the Celtics this year. I feel like that if they have a good season, they'll sneak into the back part of the East or make the play-in. I think Nets, man. I think they can win 25 games again. That roster sucked ass last year, and they had some bottom-of-the-barrel talent, and Jordy Fernandez got those guys playing good basketball. I watched so many Nets games that I did not need to watch in that season, and they won games. I know, Gerald. See, now we're even having the discussion, and they were laughing at me last year. But I'm with you. I'll go Nets. Give me 20.5 wins.
Let's go. Yeah. Jordy Fernandez, Team Canada coach. Absolutely fantastic. Built a culture there. I feel like that's a very good bet.
That's even with MPJ being a bozo. Like I know.
I absolutely forgot he's there.
He's going to
he averages over 20?
He's going to shoot about 23s a game. That guy's going to huck.
Honestly, Vegas set this at 20.5 again because of Cam Thomas and MPJ sharing the floor together is what you like to say, Swiss cheesy.
Swiss cheesy. That's a chef term, but I'll adopt that too. That is definitely some Swiss cheese defense. But they got enough other talent though. Nick Claxton, obviously. They still got is Wofford still there? They got some pieces of guys who are just journeyman type players who can play some basketball. And again, Fernandez can get him moving. So,
I also like Dariq Whitehead, so we'll see how he does this year. He's tall.
You remember when we put him in a parlay and he didn't do jack donkey?
Yeah, let's move on then. All right, next expansion city on Bet Online: Seattle plus 100, Las Vegas plus 150. I'll go first. Seattle's getting a team. The city still owns the rights to the name Supersonics, the color scheme, everything. They still have a decent arena out there. I think that Vegas comes next, but if I was going to place money on it, my whole unit would go on Seattle plus 100. What do you think?
I would say both. I think both will get a franchise in the next 10 years, probably. But I think Seattle's the obvious choice. I hope, and if they do, or when they do, I hope that they literally go back to that logo and that color scheme, and they just go straight. I mean, the Storm is the same thing, basically. Their colors are exactly the same as the Sonics, and those jerseys go so hard. So if they change it up,
have to change everything because the city still owns the rights to all of it.
Yeah, big brain move. Big brain move. Yeah,
I'm with you. I'll take
the Seattle.
Quick question before we move on to the next one. If it was the Aces, would you be happy? Like just like soccer, if you go to Europe, all of the teams, women, men, child, like the underleagues, all of them, they all just have the same logos and shit. Would you be opposed to the Aces just being the men's team as well?
I don't like that because they would be the only ones. Like if we were going to do that, like you'd have to go and just change all the WNBA teams that are in cities that have franchises. Yeah, I guess. And then in 100 years, they're all the same, and we'll be dead, and they'll be happy about it. But like, no, I think they need something new. There's so many good names you could think of, bro. Like I can't think of like the Roulettes or the fucking the Blackjacks or I don't know.
So many names.
I blanked when I was thinking about.
You know what they should call them?
Stuff, man.
Where's Ron Mux when you need him? The Whip Snakes. Call them the Whip Snakes.
Oh, well, that's a lacrosse name. Got to be original, man.
Okay, Rattlesnakes.
At this point.
All right, let's move on to the next one here. So this is Portland to participate in the Western Conference play-in or Philadelphia to participate in the Western Conference play-in. Mind you, this bet only hits if they actually do the play-in. If they make the playoffs, the bet does not hit. So pesky Portland or Philadelphia with all of those star players, all of those young guys that know how to ball, but nothing conducive to winning the last few years.
You did a good job like teeing this one up, basically. I'd take the plus 225 for Portland. We've already talked about Portland. We like Portland a lot. Sixers can fall apart very quickly with Embiid and Paul George. They have talent, of course, but I know the East is a lot easier to navigate, so I guess that would be the only beneficial thing and that's why it's plus 130 most likely. But I don't know, man. I think the value on Portland's too good to pass up, so give me the Trailblazers.
Yeah, I mean, I have a half unit on the plus 500 for them to just make the playoffs outright. We're seeing Denny absolutely ball out for Israel right now. He's going to play tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, for the value, I think you go with Portland. But let's keep it moving. We'll move on to the next one here. Also tailor-made for you, your boy and V's boy, DeAndre Hunter for 6-man plus 775 on BetOnline, or Giannis Antetokounmpo to get his second MVP plus 900. I would put my unit definitely on Giannis because we saw last year how well he played. He was still an MVP candidate, even though the team wasn't that good. And I think that they've made some sneaky moves, and they might make another sneaky move halfway through the season, like they've been known to do. So give me Giannis at plus 900. Where are you taking your unit?
Giannis, easy.
Giannis
plus 900 for a couple of reasons. First, like we just talked about, the East is weak. No Celtics powerhouse. Cavs are still very good. The Hawks got good too. And I mean, there's a lot of Magic. We talked about all of them getting better. But I would say that because of the roster, like I know you like the moves. I think they brought in some nice pieces, but that Bucks roster is still pretty mid. And like if Giannis gets them to top 3, maybe even top 2 or even top in the East somehow and has just another monster season. I mean, because we saw it last year. We talked about it a couple seasons ago, going into 2 seasons ago, and then we saw it last year too. I mean, the guy could average between 7 and 9 assists per game. And like, I think that with the amount of triple doubles that he's now getting in his career and it becoming more and more of a common theme, like that's how you become more of a true MVP candidate.
Do you know who the odds-on favorite is right now?
To be the MVP?
Just off the top of the dome, if you had to guess, who is it?
It's either SGA or Jokic.
Plus 250 for Jokic, plus 260 for SGA. But
what is Luka? Plus 450?
Oh, I think he's 600. It's good value. Definitely good value.
Got him at plus 800. I'm into it.
All right, but let's keep it bumping and grinding. Coach of the year, Tomas Lasalo of the Grizzlies or David Adelman of the Nuggets. Both of these franchise unceremoniously cut ties with their coaches. So, do you think either of these homeboys has a chance of becoming coach of the year next year? I think that David Adelman at plus 600 is not worth it because Jokic is Jokic. I don't think people are going to be surprised if the Nuggets are good. But if the Grizz finally return to the form where John Morant was considered to be a face of the league, I think Tomas has a chance to get in there. And at plus 3,300, that's looking real nice. What do you think, SPJ?
I'm with you. 33-1 for a team that can compete in the West. If Ja and JJJ put it together and they are able to recover from losing Bane, 100%. I think this team definitely can compete as long as Ja stays healthy and plays the full season. We haven't seen that in like 2 or 3 years for various reasons. And when he was healthy and playing full minutes for a full season, we were sprinkling him in the MVP conversation. So that would be the reason why Lasalo would get to that particular point. And I think for the value, 33-1 would be the move. I don't hate the plus 600 sprinkle, but like, is Adelman really going to get a nod if like Jokic just goes crazy again and then the Nuggets are top 2 or 3 in the West like they have been for the past 4 seasons?
Then Jokic gets another MVP and everyone just goes, oh, he didn't get in his way. Not like he coached anyone up.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think the 33-1 is a good move.
Final one here. This one I think is the most interesting. On Bet Online, Cooper Flag to average over 16.5 points, minus 110, or the absolute home run if it hits. Cam Whitmore, MIP plus 4,000, recently just traded to the district where he grew up in Washington, D.C. Super excited after being stuck behind the logjam in Houston. Personally, I already have money on Shade and Sharp to be MIP, so I don't have money on Cam, but I honestly think Cam is the absolute best bet because who's in front of him? Bilal Coulibaly? Should Sadiq Bey? Like, there's not a lot to compete with Cam. Cam has been in a franchise that has been competitive for the last few years, so he's been busting ass in practice and doing his thing. I think he's ready to blow up. The Villanova product is definitely very good. Cooper Flag for 16.5 points. That's going to be a good team in Dallas at minus 120. I don't see the value or the fun in that one. So give me Cam if I'm putting a unit on anything.
For the value, yeah. I mean, I could see Cooper averaging 20 points to start the season, just because he's going to play. I would assume he's going to start off the rip, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't see a reason why they don't start him, especially with no Kyrie. So I think they got to throw him out there and just let him play. I think he should probably average 17 to 20 points a game at this point. So, but I think for the value, you're probably right. 40-1 for Whitmore's the move, especially with him going to Brooklyn, like we talked about. He's another hucker that's going to be hucking up there as well. So
Chucker.
He's at Brooklyn, isn't he?
No, Washington.
Washington. Oh, Washington. Another team I have a win total on that's exciting to look at in the slips. I'm actually way more excited about the Wizards this season than I am about. Same way about that I felt about the Nets last year. I feel about the Wizards this year. That win total.
I love Sar. I think Sar is very underrated.
Facts. Crutch football. We talked about Micah Parsons. Crutch, what's your thoughts on Micah Parsons going to the Packers?
I also think that Crutch doesn't like Cam Whitmore, if I remember correctly.
From his college days.
Called him a powder. I think.
Powder.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You'd have a steel trap memory. So, okay. Speaking of all these guys we just kind of discussed, we will be doing our fantasy draft. Yeah, he's the Nova kid. We will be doing our fantasy draft for our chat. So if you are in that league, stick around. You're going to find out who is going to be 1 through 10 at the end of the show. And then we are doing a giveaway today, chat. One of these bad boys is finding it to you guys as well. Football is better than all. Let us know and hang out in the chat on Twitch. We will do that at the end of the show. Let's run through Eurobasket pretty quickly because we got to get to dub because we gabbed so much at the beginning, which is what we normally do. Let's talk first. The first thing I want to say is a lot of these guys, and we talked about this in Eurobasket, are going absolutely bananas right now, man. They are going crazy. Lauri Markkanen being top of the list. And Lauri just dropped a 40-piece today and only played 23 minutes. Seven 3-pointers. My opinion of this situation before you kind of go off and talk about a bunch of other guys that you're liking watching, because I know you love Eurobasket. Is this the year that, because last year I think Laurie would have played like this, but I feel like he's getting out his a little bit of his frustrations of being on a team that sucked and they had to sit him on the bench and tell him to be bad because they wanted to be bad. Is this the year where we see either Laurie play like an absolute king to start the season and then he gets traded, or the Jazz are good because of Laurie?
Ooh. I think that the Jazz start strong and then trade Laurie, because I don't think he's on the same timeline. I love Laurie Markkinen, 28 years old, spent 4 horrible years in Chicago where he did not get the shake he deserved. Coaching staff was horrible there. Billy Donovan was not there yet. And they faced a lot of fucking adversity with like Bobby Portis punching Micic and Micic leaving the NBA. It was messed up. And then he goes to Cleveland for 1 year, one solid year. He slides it from the 4 to the 3, plays next to Mobley and Allen, looks great. And then they trade him to Utah, where he averages 25, becomes an all-star. And it's like, it shows you that in the NBA, it's all about opportunity. It's all about like, are people trying to put you in positions to be successful. Laurie Markkinen, unfortunately, is such a good basketball player, but he's not being put in positions to be successful. And honestly, in the modern NBA, if I was him, I'd be one of the most frustrated people ever. Send him somewhere good, please, for the love of God. This guy is absolutely fantastic. 80 points in the last 2 games.
Also, if you just watch his highlights, because he's a 7-footer, and this guy can move. He can move, and he can shoot, and he can get downhill, and he can yam on kids. I'm with you, man. I love his game. I liked his game when he was in Chicago. I liked his game previously when he was, hooping there. But what are some other guys that have stood out to you at Eurobasket? I know you, Chad, if you guys have a place you can bet Eurobasket as well, which you can at some of these lines at Bet Online. Sook's got some moves for you. Korkmaz yesterday was air, so listen up. We've got the vibes for the stuff at Eurobasket today.
Yeah, so I have actually 2 plays for the kiddos. One is a whole unit play, one is a half unit play, and it's because he's tall, but we'll get there. So let's see if you can, you know what I'm talking about. Tomorrow, Germany and Lithuania will be playing each other. They are both 2-0 in Group B. Group B is the absolute group of death right now, because Finland is also surprising everyone with Laurie. They're also 2-0, beaten up on Great Britain and Montenegro. So both Germany and Lithuania definitely need this win. It's going to be a battle. I don't know if you guys watch a lot of FIBA, but FIBA turns into a wrestling match sometimes. Lou Dort absolutely excels on this level, because sometimes you're just wrapping dudes up and it's completely fine. The physicality of the game is different. So give me Jonas Valanciunas over 8.5 rebounds. He will be lined up against Daniel Theis on the other side, who is shorter than him. Theis is a great player, but only 6'9". The former Celtic is very, very good, but Jonas Valanciunas has been playing fantastic. And we've seen it with Bosnia and Herzegovina's Nurkic. Once you're a 7-footer in the NBA, you are dominating. So give me Jonas Valanciunas over 8.5 rebounds, full unit on that against Germany. But then on the other side of the basketball, I'll go Franz Wagner, half a unit, because he's tall as well, 5.5 rebounds. He's been absolutely hooping for Germany. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder has been getting a lot of the highlights, a lot of the attention, but Franz Wagner is the guy that makes this engine go, even though he's not maybe the lead guard, but everyone forgets Franz is a do-it-all Swiss Army knife kind of player, hits threes, play makes, initiates, and I think in this respect, he will also rebound in this messy game against Lithuania. So I like 2 rebounding props there. I also did like Franz for 2 turnovers, and also we might have to be hammering our boy Sengun for the rest of the tournament, because he's been going crazy.
Well, we talked about it yesterday on the show. It got brought up, and he had almost a triple-double in their game yesterday. I brought up a prop that was available for him to score 15 points and 5 assists, and was like plus 250, and that was air. He had 21, I think 23 and 9. So, yeah, if you guys can find Eurobasket's fun. You also get a little bit of action in the morning or early to late morning, depending on where you are in the country of the United States. Kind of check out some of these, and these guys are hooping, dude. Like you said, I mean, Luka's going crazy. Jokic's not really scoring as much, but he's passing the ball here, there, and everywhere. It's going nutty. So, yeah, good vibes all around for Eurobasket. Anything else you want to say about Eurobasket before we move to the Lady Ballers?
Nothing else with Eurobasket. Maybe tap in on Greece tomorrow, but nothing more than that. Maybe fade Spain, but I don't know. Nothing that I would absolutely endorse or I have a pitch for.
Okay. All right, we'll stick around. Maybe Sook will get something posted on the timeline as well of some vibes that we can talk about with the Eurobasket and convince him to start betting some basketball on the timeline again. Just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, I know there's a lot of college football this evening. Obviously, huge college football slate tomorrow. The guys on Up Your Units earlier today on the channel talked all about some of their favorite plays for college football this evening. And tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, we will be jumping into everything on the college football slate on Betspresso in the morning time. If you want to come hang out with me, Shags, and Trizzy, talking about a little bit of everything in the college football realm. Tomorrow, huge day of college football, obviously, and also a big day of violence as well. Trizzy will be back with us talking about the violence report from the UFC, so that'll be fun. But let's stick on the hardwood. This is going to be fun. This is my first time doing this ad read. We're working with a new partnership chat, so listen up. This is my first time doing this one. I hope you guys are ready to dance around a little bit.
This is the rhythm of my life. Oh yeah, I know you wanna say it. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life.
All right. This is brought to you by our friends at RITHMM.ai, which is a app that you guys can use every single day for your sports betting needs. We give you guys all the free bets. You guys can tailor fade us, but as we always say, pay for tools. Don't pay for picks. This is a great tool that you can download and use on your phone. You can get 25% off your first subscription. I'm going to show you exactly how I used it today to find one of my favorite bets in the WNBA. Use our promo code VIBES25 to get 25% off your first subscription. It's like paying for Netflix. If you guys are here with us, you're probably betting every single day. And this app, chat, is sexy time. So WNBA plays for me today. They do props on Rhythm. They also do game sides and totals as well. In the WNBA, the sharpest part of their model is the sides and the totals. So I jumped into that to kind of find the edge that I was looking for on what I wanted to give you guys today. I was looking at both of these individual games. Obviously, I captain myself. I have a prop for both games as well that I'll talk about in a second. But one thing that really stood out to me on Rhythm is the over. So we're taking the over in the Dallas and Atlanta game, the over 165.5. As you guys can see on the screen with right here at our friends at Rhythm, this is a very recommended play. Everything is data-based and model-based, so they run a lot of different models to get the results that you guys are looking at here. Over 166.5, 64.8% win probability if you guys are more into the data side of things. But the way I like to use these types of apps, Sook, and the way that I like to use these types of models is, as you guys know, and as a lot of you guys know in the chat, if you're watching games and you're looking at stuff, you like to use your brains, right? You're looking at how these teams are playing. So what I end up doing is I look at the data and the models and kind of looking at the things that the model is saying that then line up with my cap as well. So I like the over in this game. The Dallas Wings are one of the worst defensive teams in the WNBA. They don't have a lot to play for. And on the other side of things, this game's in Atlanta. Atlanta's coming off a really bad loss in their last game, and now they are third in the standings. The Aces jumped over them. Now, Chad, if you guys played sports, you guys are probably in a situation where you just lost to a team that you wanted to beat, and then you have another team coming into your own house on a Friday night that you want to just whoop up on, right? I love the over in this game, over 166.5. I could see 180 points as well. I hope the Wings can stick around. It's a big spread. It's a 15.5 point spread. But I think that there's an opportunity for a lot of points here, which kind of ties into my prop, which I'll talk about in a second. As you can see, this is available for you guys on Rhythm. I'm showing you guys all the different stuff on the screen that you guys can check out if you go and download the app and get 25% off your subscription as well. You can look at the way that they kind of put everything together with they actually give you a score prediction if you like that. They give you the last 5 results as well from the trends perspective on how they did in the over-unders, how they did in the aways, splits, and things like that. They also give you a little bit of a graphical look at some of the available lines and how the total is looking at as well. This is all available as well for money line spreads, player props. Additionally, too, this is also a look at the last 5 results for each individual team. This is Dallas featured right there as well, showing, like I said, look at that. Terrible defensively. They allowed 100 points in that game, 171 the game prior. So I really like this play. I like the over here. And I also like a prop in this game too. But again, this is our friends at Rhythm, RITHMM.ai. You guys can get involved. You can use it on your desktop, but I will say that the app is so much better. Use it on your phone. You can also track your bets as well on there. And it also gives you some of the best lines in the business and giving you a prop that you might like at that particular time. to lock it in as well. So go check out RITHMM.ai. Like I said, you can get involved with our promo code VIBES25 and you get 25% off your first subscription. Hey, man, try it for a month. Football is right around the corner. Their NFL model is the best in the industry. I would say that theirs and Betalytics kind of go head to head. So we might have to have a model off at one point and kind of go like model toe to toe, like a little like run.
You had me at model off.
I know. I would think I'd have a lot of people at model off in that regard. But yeah, so the over is the play. If you'd like to tail me and see, you can either tail me, and if it misses, you can bitch at me, or you can tail, and if it hits, you can say, "Wow, RITHMM, their AI is so smart," or their model is so smart, and you can do it that way around. So I'll talk about my favorite play, another one in this game, but that was the RITHMM. And you can just dance around a little bit. The rhythm, better than I.
This is the rhythm of my life. My life. Oh, yeah. I know you want to say it. This is the rhythm of the night. This is the rhythm of my life. This is the rhythm of my life.
And yes, Owen, you're right. I don't like AI very much. But I will say, and Sook and I have talked about this, and we've talked about this with you guys as well. It exists. There's no way that we can totally eliminate it, unfortunately. And as long as it's used as a tool and not as a replacement, then that's okay. They also don't use AI completely in all of their graphics and stuff like that. It's all just data that they pulled together for their models perspective.
It's more an analytical model than AI. They just slap the AI on there to be edgy and futuristic and bleeding edge.
It's not. It says AI in the name. It's not really actually like an AI service in that regard. Yeah. Oh, facts, Richie. We've talked about this. We spent a long time. We can't spend like that. Yeah, and this is the thing. Yeah. But it's terrible for. Anyway, we can't spend the rest of the show talking about this. But anyway, go check out our friends at RITHMM. They are very good. The site's awesome. The app is really good. If you want to go give it a free try for 25% off the first month, get involved. Football's around the corner. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of features from them, showing you guys the moves with their stuff. All right, let's get to my plays. The other stuff that I like tonight. Like I said, two games in the WNBA tonight, Sook. The first one, like I just talked about, I like that over in that game, and kind of tying in with that over. Give me Alicia Gray over 25.5 PRA. Quite simply, like I mentioned, they lost their last game against the Aces. They are now set third behind the Aces in the standings because the Aces have just been on an absolute tear. And I think Alicia Gray is going to take out a little bit of her aggression and a little bit of her anger on this Dallas Wings defense tonight. One of the worst defensive teams in the WNBA. She's also had good games against them previously. She had 15, 6, and 7 in their last game on the 30th of July. 13 points than the game previously, which was a loss against the Dallas Wings earlier this season. But then the game before that against Dallas, 27, 6, and 5. I think Alicia Gray's going to have plenty of opportunity to have a good game. And I know the Wings probably stick around if Beckers has a good game, but I could see the Dream maybe putting a shellacking on them and turn it into a little bit of a fun night in Atlanta. So let's go to the other game. This is a big game, huge game. Lots of implications on the line here for the Indiana Fever and the Los Angeles Sparks. The Sparks have kind of entered must-win mode in the last few games of the regular season, taking on the Indiana Fever here. Now, I was kind of leaning with the Fever originally when I was looking at this game, Sook, but I just decided to stick with props. The first one's a little scary. I'll start with that one. And chat, let me know. A lot of you guys are sharp with the dubs, so let me know what you guys have in this game. There's a lot of props that I found when I was labbing this one that are kind of nice. There you go, Richie. That's a good way to do it. I really like Azurá Stevens. Now, Sook, the problem is that she's had 5, 5, and 6 points in her last 3 games. Her playing time has kind of been going down the downslide, but she cooks the Fever. Like, get the emerald out. She cooks them, dude. 19, 21, and 23 points in her last 3 games against Indiana, the most recent one being on the 5th of August. And now, I know the shot volume's been a little lower. There you go, Austin. You're with me. The other reason why I like this is because Rickea Jackson is a game-time decision. Rickea has been awesome the last couple weeks. She's been great. The problem is, though, is that they've really become to rely upon her scoring quite a bit because she's been scoring 15 to 20 points almost every game. If she misses this game, they got to get that scoring from somewhere. And I think that Stevens would be the obvious answer to kind of step up and start taking some more threes again, getting down low some. So I just like the matchup. I think it's a good spot for Stevens to kind of bounce back a little bit after a few bad games in a row. The 10.5 points just feels too low to me. So give me Azura Stevens over 10.5 points. If you want to get really frisky, the 15 plus 350. She's had it in all 3 games against them this season. So nice sprinkle. And again, if Jackson ends up sitting and not playing, I think that this line's going to bump up even higher. So give me Azura on that side. And then on the other side, now this is another bit of one that's a little bit funky. And I have not pitched you her name once all season long, Suck. But she wasn't a member of this team until a couple weeks ago because the Fever are also incredibly banged up. Give me Odyssey Sims over 15.5 points and assists. She had 23 points and 5 assists against this team when she played them previously. However, she was a member of the Dallas Wings, and that was last season. So kind of ignore that. But she's now playing 25 to 30 minutes for this team. She's in the starting lineup. She's kind of the starting point guard now for this team. Really good facilitator. She had 6 assists in their last game, 6, 5, and 7 in 3 of her last 4 games since being a core member of the Indiana Fever. But in her last game, she scored 22 points against Seattle, one of the better defensive teams in the entire dub. This Sparks team, as we've talked about, terrible defensively. They really don't play defense. They like to just outscore you. So I think Sims is going to have a lot of opportunity, and she used to play for the Sparks as well, for the cap, for the narrative, to throw it in there as well.
You got to include the narrative. Otherwise, what are we doing here?
I was getting there. So, yeah, give me Odyssey over 15.5 PA. If you want to just take the points, if you want to just take the assists, go for that. I think she's going to have a good game tonight. And, again, I kind of lean Fever, but you and I both like the Sparks team. I want them to stay relevant until the end of the season if they end up not making it. So they need a dub real bad.
I feel like they have to figure it out at home, and maybe they do today because now you're looking like you can leapfrog the Valkyries very easily.
Yeah, they got to win. They got to keep winning. They got to hope the Valkyries slip up a bit, and then they got to win. So, yeah, it's tasty, Austin. I know you're kicking yourself that you can't play it, unfortunately, but it's fun. So, that's what I have in the WNBA. Odyssey Sims, PA, Azura Stevens points, and then with our friends at RITHMM, I have the over in the Dallas Wings game, and then I'm riding with the Alicia Gray, a little bit of chalk for the PRA to wrap us up. Posted a little parlay on the timeline, a little lotto. If you'd like to tail, feel free to do so for a cup of coffee or something like that. And we'll have some fun. We won't cook a parlay today, unfortunately, because it's just the two of us. Sook doesn't even have a play, and not everybody can play Eurobasket, unfortunately. So, I know, dude. If it was more widely available, we would totally put a parlay out there.
It's hilarious because in Canada, I have everything that I would want. Austin, I have steals and blocks, turnovers. Having a lot of fun over here.
Yeah, Gerald. Okay. You guys have reached the fun portion of the show. For the rest of the show, we are going to race some duckies. So what we're going to do, got my handy dandy notebook. This was the previous draft from all of our goats from chat. Round 2. Everybody's loaded up. This is for our second chat league, 1 through 10. Let's see who finishes to go for the draft. Bing, bong, bang. Go ahead and run it, so get after it. 10 seconds. Let's see how we do here. Owen. First overall, big dog. All right. Owen River starts off. No, just leave him in.
Leave him in?
Yeah, I guess you got to take him out.
Yeah, let him go.
Sorry, I forgot. My bad.
All right, next up. Second overall.
Owen first overall, baby. There's another.
Gary.
What's up, Gary? Not you, Gerald. Different Gary. Gary, number 2.
It's a different Gary?
Yeah, that's not Gerv.
Oh, surprising.
You did, Owen.
Yeah, he got first.
Owen first overall.
All right, let's go. Third overall.
It's your first overall pick in the draft, Owen. Yes, sir.
Oh, Kev out of nowhere.
Kev. Wow. Kev. All right, there's Kev at 3. The 3 spot. Okay. There you go. What's up, Kev? Okay.
Let's go.
4th overall pick. I got the first. Wow, Owen has the first pick in 2 leagues. Owen, you're going to take the same person? You're going to diversify?
Do you do your drafts different, like in different leagues? Like you don't double dip?
I don't know, man. Ooh, that was a close one. Rowdy at 4.
Rowdy at 4.
I actually like to pick the same players because then I have so many leagues and we're also betting on stuff all the time. It's easier for me to keep track.
Yeah.
Because if I start drafting all diversifying shit, like then I'd rather all my teams suck ass and I don't have to worry about it, or like everybody's competing. You know what I'm saying? Crazy
KP.
Pellet. Oh.
Last guy to join the league too.
Yeah. Welcome.
Shout out KP.
5th overall. All right, number 6. Because then, like, if you're sweating it out, because then if you start picking other players, then like you're rooting for one in one league, you're rooting for another in another league, and then you're just whatever. Wow,
platypus.
The guy's name is actually CJ, but he made his name on the thing platypus. So, all right, platypus.
And you
and I are
still in there.
struggling. Actually, at this point, I'm down to be bottom 8 or like 8 through 7 through 10. That's fine.
Yeah, I'd rather drop down than be in the thick of it.
Or get the turn, 10-1. Get down with that.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay. Orb 7. That's fine. All right. There's me.
All right. There's 3 of us left.
Okay. Crazy Pellet only league. Let's go.
Oh, that's sick.
Crazy Pellet, I hope you win. Also, thanks for joining, man. You were the last person we needed. Let's go. Sook, you and me. We just talked about it, and that was what we needed. Okay.
Now it's just Razzie and Razzie's homie. I like how you said
Razzie's. I forgot to write Razzie's homie's name, so that's why I just said Razzie's homie. It's his co-host on his show.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Oh, Raz oh, there he goes.
Oh, there's homie. Rich, homie.
Quan.
Raz, homie. And then Raz to round us out. All right, chat. There you go. A lot of you guys are here, which is dope. Owen, first overall pick.
Let's go.
My dog Gary. I don't think Gary might be watching on Twitter. What's up, Gary, if you are. Not you, Gerv. Kev. I am Kev. Let's go. Funniest story about Kev. I added another I am Kev that's on Twitter to the group, and then I realized quickly that it was not our I am Kev. So I had to then tell him live to message me, which he did. So dope. Rowdy, our dog Rowdy. Let's go. It's number 4. Crazy Pellet, only league. Let's get it. Number 5. Platypus, number 6. I'm 7. You're 8. Raz is homie, number 9, and then Raz to round it out. Yeah, you get that back-to-back pick, Raz, but then you got to wait a long time. So
I like the back-to-back. Helps you plan your team out. You get 2 at one go.
I like 10, 11, or 10 or 12, 13, depending on the size of the league, versus like 1, and then you wait till the end of the second round, and then you got to do it.
First overall is a curse.
It's hard, man. It's very hard.
It's a curse.
Really hard. All right. You got Twitch pulled up? Do I need to blab for a second for the giveaway?
Oh, I got it.
All right, chat. Drop a dub. We're going to do a giveaway of our football hat for the Twitch chat. Twitch has been bugging out recently, though, over the last week or so, so it might be kind of broken today, but whoever's here, we'll figure it out. So drop a dub. If you are in the chat, we will give you guys one of our football hats for the vibes to get you started for the football season. We're going to do a lot more giveaways moving forward very soon. So if you guys enjoy the vibes, give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube, right here on Twitch, or wherever you're watching this content, because we appreciate you guys. We wouldn't want to do it anywhere else. Go check out bettingnews.com as always for free sports betting content every single day. Our team is growing by the day. And it's really awesome to have all you guys along for the ride. We're going to talk sports and we're going to talk football all throughout the season. And you guys should be able to rock this bad boy when you're talking about it. Hey, we got a nice little squad. Let's get after it.
Let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Bang, 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 bang. I'll play Owen for this.
Superman in there.
Let's go. Yeah.
Maha is Trump. All right. The move is coming in the next 5 seconds here.
That's what she said. Regular Hooper. Conversations and dream team. Oh,
here we go.
Here's the move. Oh, it might be Ma.
It's Ma.
Ma. He's gonna finish first. Only first.
Huge news. You won, Ma.
You won. Congratulations. Only the best. Congrats, Ma. Ma Martinez, the dog. Let's go. Hey, yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Mom Martinez. Go to the channel. We'll give you one of these bad boys. Well, if you want something else from the store, we'll give it to you. But I mean, these are nice. They're really nice. I like them. So if you want to get involved, go check it out. Send me a DM, Ma, so I can get you sorted out for your giveaway. Good stuff today, bro.
Is Ma still here? Come on, Ma. We need a comment.
He might be right. He might be like listening side, like phone might be somewhere far away from where he's at. Yeah. Oh, Austin, we don't have time to talk about that for much longer. All right, dude. Great to hang out with you. We'll have the full Horseman Sauce team very soon. We'll be back in the threesome next week on next Friday. But Saucy Man will be with us on Sunday for the return of Gridiron Gang. If you guys want to talk football with us, come and hang out with us Sunday at 10:30. I keep getting the time wrong because I want to say it in Eastern, and we have like 4 different time zones between all of us, so it's hard to get it right. You just look out for the posts on the socials. If you guys follow us on all the socials, you'll get involved. Go follow Sook if you haven't already at Jessica. Go follow myself at Sweatpan Jesus. Go follow all of us at Your Betting News. We appreciate you guys for kicking it. Sook, you got anything else before we dip out?
No. Summer's almost over. Enjoy yourself. Touch grass. Be happy.
Touch some grass this weekend. Enjoy. We'll be live with you guys tomorrow. Huge announcement coming this evening. We have a new show dropping in a huge show. We have a huge announcement dropping this evening for a new show starting tomorrow, which will be leading into Betspresso. So be on the lookout for that. And then we'll have Betspresso to give you guys all the moves for college football tomorrow and the violence and so much more. Come and hang out with us. Catch you guys on the next one. You guys came to winners and you stayed for the vibes, and we will see you on the next one. Have a great Friday night. Enjoy. Get after it. Get after some beverages. Be safe out there. And we will see you on the next one. Take it easy, chat. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. About rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about